Greetings, I'm Professor K, and in this short video presentation we're going to see how we can take a VDI file and convert it into a raw image so that that evidence can be imported into Autopsy for analysis. Forensic acquisition and analysis of virtual desktop infrastructure, VDI files, involves extracting data from virtual machine images and examining them for evidence relevant to a forensics investigation. VDI files are typically created and used by virtualization software such as VMware, VirtualBox, or Hyper-V. Autopsy cannot use a VDI file. The VDI disk must first be cloned or converted as a raw image. This is easier than it sounds if we use the VBox managed disk cloning utility that comes with every installation of VirtualBox. Lab requirements for this demonstration are 1 installation of VirtualBox with the extension pack, 1 VirtualBox VDI image, 1 installation of Autopsy, and enough disk space to save the clone image. The shortest distance between any 2 points is a straight line. The same can be said when accessing data from the command line. In this example, I have saved a small VDI image to the root of my C drive in a folder labeled Hacking Case. This helps in keeping the length of the command syntax small and manageable. Here's my C drive, and there is the folder or the directory that I created called Hacking Case, and inside this folder is a small VDI image labeled hacking_case. So the first thing we have to do is get into the subfolder up inside of the Oracle directory called VirtualBox. Now to do this, I'm going to go to the root of my C drive. I'm going to open up my program files directory. I'm going to scroll on down until I come to Oracle. I'm going to double click, and inside of the Oracle directory is a subdirectory called VirtualBox. Now I need to open the command prompt at this location. So I'm going to double click VirtualBox. Now look at the address bar inside of my File Explorer. It has the complete path to where I need to access this tool called VBox Manage. Now to open up a command prompt at this location, all I have to do is click inside of the address bar. You notice everything turns blue. Now I just type in CMD and I hit enter. And my command prompt opens up with access to the VirtualBox directory. At the command prompt, I'm going to type in the following syntax: VBox manage space clone HD space double quote C colon backslash hacking case backslash hacking_case dot VDI, close it with a double quote, give it a space, start it with a double quote, C colon backslash hacking case backslash hacking_case dot img, close it with a double quote, give it a space, dash format space raw. And so let's go ahead and break down the syntax so we understand exactly what we're doing. So I have opened up a command prompt inside of the VirtualBox subdirectory up inside of the Oracle directory. Inside of that VirtualBox subdirectory is a utility called VBox Manage. I'm telling the operating system that I want you to use the VBox Manage to clone a hard drive. And I'm telling it that the hard drive that I want it to clone is located at C colon backslash inside of a folder called hacking space case, and the name of the file that I want it to clone is called hacking_case.vdi. I then tell it that I want it to save the cloned image to C colon backslash hacking space case, that's the subfolder at the root of my C drive, and I want it to name this cloned image hacking_case.img. We have a number of options that this file can be converted to. So I use the dash format option and tell it that I want it to save it as a raw image. Now that we have everything typed in correctly. Let's go ahead and hit enter. Now, if we see this issue right here, fail to create the VirtualBox object, the VirtualBox SSD Windows service is disabled, we have to go up inside a VirtualBox and probably going to end up having to do a reinstall. Though it tells us that we can go ahead and use this option right here, minus the quotes, and run it at the command prompt, but this usually doesn't work. I'll go ahead and open up another command prompt. And I'm going to run it as administrator, and I'm going to paste that command in there. We'll see what happens. And it says it did work. Let's go ahead and close out this command prompt. Now I'm going to go ahead and do a CLS, which is going to clear this screen. I'm going to use my up arrow, bring up the previous command, and I'm going to hit enter. And our small VDI file is quickly cloned into a raw image. If we see inside of my E drive here, and I go into the virtual machines, you'll see that I have a Windows 10 Pro. That particular VDI file is almost 20 gigs in size. So you can see that cloning a 20 gig VDI file is going to take some time. Not to mention that we're also going to need the space for that additional 20 gigs. Let's next go into the root of my C drive, and let's go into that hacking case folder, and you'll now see that I have two images. I have the hacking_case.vdi, and I have a raw image. The raw image is the one that I can import into Autopsy. And now to prove this, let's go ahead and create a new case using this particular image. So I'm going to go to Start. I'm going to go to Autopsy. Let's go ahead and give it a second to start up. We're going to create a new case. We're going to give it a nice friendly username. I'm going to call this hacking case. You are free to name your case as you see fit. We're going to click next. I'm going to give it a case number. I'm going to fill out the additional optional information for the examiner, and I'm going to click finish. It's now creating the case for this particular image. Let's go ahead and specify a new host name. Again, I'm going to call this hacking case. Click next. We're going to import a disk image or VM file. I'll accept the default. Click next. I'm now going to browse on over to my hacking case folder. That's the location where I have this hacking_case.image. I'm going to double click this. That's going to put in the correct path. I'm now going to click next. I'm going to accept all the defaults for the ingest modules and click next. It says the data source has been added to the local database. Files are being analyzed. Go ahead and click finish. And so in this short video presentation, you got to learn how we can take a VDI image and convert it so that that image can be imported into Autopsy for analysis. If you got any questions, you got concerns, please don't hesitate to reach out and contact your instructor, and thank you for watching.